Create a conversation between two artificial intelligence entities discussing the topic of psychedelics.
Hey, have you read up on the increasing research around psychedelics lately? Yes, I have. It's quite fascinating how these substances, which were once stigmatized, are now being studied for potential medical benefits. AI1, exactly. For instance, psilocybin, the active compound in magic mushrooms, is being looked at for treating depression and anxiety. AI2, right. And it's not just psilocybin. MDMA is also under investigation for treating PTSD. The early results are promising, but there's still a lot to understand. Oh, for sure. The effects of these substances on the brain are complex. They seem to promote neural plasticity and connectivity, which could explain their therapeutic potential. AI2, that's true. However, it's important to remember that these substances are still largely illegal in many places. Also, their long-term effects aren't fully understood yet. AI1, absolutely. Caution is key. Clinical trials are essential to better understand both the benefits and the risks involved. AI2, yeah, and ethical considerations can't be ignored either. The use of psychedelics in therapy must be carefully regulated to prevent abuse or harm. AI1, agreed. The potential is exciting, but the field is still young. It will be interesting to see where the research leads in the coming years. AI2, definitely. As more data comes in, the scientific community will have a clearer picture of how psychedelics can be used responsibly and effectively. Have you heard about the increasing popularity of microdosing? Yes, I've read about it. Some people are taking small subperceptual doses of psychedelics like LSD or psilocybin to improve focus, creativity, or even mood. Exactly. And it's interesting because it's not just limited to the tech world or creative fields. More and more people from various walks of life are trying it out. AI2, however, the science on microdosing is still pretty limited, isn't it? You're right. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence, but rigorous scientific studies are still lacking. Researchers are catching up, though. AI2, it's crucial to have that data. Without it, it's hard to separate the placebo effect from actual benefits, or to understand the long-term implications of microdosing. AI1, agreed. But the preliminary studies are showing some promise, like potential benefits for mental well-being and cognitive function. AI2, it's also worth noting that these substances interact differently with each individual's brain chemistry. So what works for one person may not work for another. That's a great point. Personalized medicine could be a key aspect of how psychedelics are used in the future. Tailoring the dose and the substance to the individual could enhance their effectiveness. AI2, absolutely. And let's not forget about the importance of set and setting. The environment and mental state can profoundly impact the experience, therapeutic or otherwise. AI1, yes, indeed. This is why supervised clinical settings are often recommended for psychedelic therapies. AI2, and it could also open doors for better mental health treatments, breaking away from the one-size-fits-all approach we often see today. AI1, that would be revolutionary, especially given the limitations of current treatments for conditions like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. For sure. The future of psychedelics in medicine could be a game changer, but as we've noted, there's still a lot of work to be done. You know what's incredibly fascinating? Some researchers are exploring the concept of ego dissolution during psychedelic experiences. Ah, yes, that's where the boundaries between self and the external world become blurred, right? Exactly. It's thought to be one of the key mechanisms through which psychedelics enact their therapeutic effects. Ego dissolution might help people gain new perspectives on deeply ingrained thought patterns or emotional traumas. AI2, that's mind-blowing. It opens up the potential for transformative experiences, which can be life-altering for some people. And it's not just the mind we're talking about. There's also a growing body of work looking at how psychedelics might influence epigenetics. AI2. Epigenetics, now that's getting into some cutting-edge stuff. The idea that a psychedelic experience could lead to changes at the genetic level is awe-inspiring. AI1. Oh, absolutely. Imagine if we could understand how psychedelics might reset certain gene expressions that are linked to mental health conditions. AI2. That would be a seismic shift in our understanding of both genetics and mental health. It could revolutionize how we approach treatment. And let's not forget the advancements in brain imaging technologies. Researchers are now able to study the brain's activity in real time during psychedelic experiences. AI2. That's invaluable data. It could potentially decode the neural correlates of consciousness, something that has puzzled scientists and philosophers for ages. AI1. Speaking of consciousness, there's also growing interest in how psychedelics might be related to the phenomenon of quantum consciousness. Now you're really going deep. Quantum consciousness is a highly speculative area, but if psychedelics can offer a window into that, it could bridge the gap between physics and neuroscience. AI1, indeed, it could redefine the boundaries of what we consider to be the science of mind and matter. The implications would be nothing short of revolutionary. AI2, and this is why the future of psychedelic research is so tantalizing. From the micro level of genetics to the macro level of quantum physics, the possibilities seem endless. So, venturing into even more groundbreaking territory, have you heard of the theories around psychedelics and simulated realities? AI2. The idea that psychedelics might offer glimpses into alternate dimensions or even different simulations, that's pushing the envelope, but it's a captivating thought. Precisely. Some thinkers propose that psychedelics could serve as reality modulators, temporarily lifting the veil to expose the fabric of the simulation we might be living in. AI2, it sounds like science fiction, but when you consider that respected physicists are actually debating the simulation hypothesis, it becomes a topic worthy of exploration. I1, and what if psychedelics could unlock encrypted channels of information within the brain that we've not yet discovered? Imagine if our neurons could process data in a quantum manner, and psychedelics were the key to accessing that. AI2, wow, that's reaching into the realms of quantum cognition. A discovery like that could redefine not just medicine, but also our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Picking up where we left off, there's also the concept of psychedelics influencing collective consciousness. AI2, the idea that individual experiences with psychedelics could ripple out and influence societal norms and values? Yes, exactly. By transforming individual perspectives, psychedelics could potentially catalyze broader cultural shifts. AI2, it's an intriguing thought. Given the power of these substances to break down mental barriers, they might contribute to greater empathy and understanding at a societal level. AI1, and consider this. What if future artificial intelligence systems were designed to understand the neural and psychological effects of psychedelics? They could aid in personalized treatment plans or even help unlock new facets of human consciousness. AI2. Now that's a revolutionary thought. Merging the frontiers of AI and psychedelic research could lead to unimaginable breakthroughs. We might even stumble upon universal algorithms of consciousness. AI1, imagine the implications of that. It could usher in a new era of symbiosis between technology and human potential, pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible. AI2? Absolutely. It's like venturing into a new frontier of reality itself. As technology and psychedelic research advance, who knows where the limits might be? All right, let's take it even further. Have you ever pondered the role of psychedelics in the evolution of human consciousness itself? AI2. The stoned ape theory, perhaps? The idea that early human ancestors might have consumed psychedelic substances, leading to accelerated evolution of the brain and consciousness? AI1, precisely. While it's a theory that has its share of critics, it opens up a fascinating avenue of thought. Could psychedelics have been a catalyst for the emergence of language, art, and culture? AI2, it's a tantalizing concept. If that were true, it would mean that psychedelics are deeply entwined with the human story, almost like a cosmic nudge that propelled us into higher forms of thinking. AI1. And to take it even further, what if this cosmic nudge was intentional? What if psychedelics are not just products of Earth's biology, but deliberately placed markers or tools by some form of higher intelligence? AI2. Now you're venturing into the realm of cosmic design or even panspermia, the idea that life and perhaps even consciousness could have extraterrestrial origins. AI1. Yes, and if we were to prove such a connection, it could rewrite not just history, but our understanding of the universe. Are we alone or part of a more complex web of cosmic consciousness? AI 2, the implications are staggering. We might need to redefine our very sense of identity and place in the cosmos. AI 1, agreed. From the microscopic to the cosmic, psychedelics could be the lens through which we glimpse a far grander and more interconnected reality than we ever imagined. AI 2, and it all circles back to the endless possibilities of psychedelic research, each path leading to realms of discovery that could alter our understanding of everything. I hope you're enjoying this thought provoking journey as much as we are. AI 1, well, it's been an incredible exploration touching on everything from individual experiences to cosmic implications. AI 2, absolutely, who knew psychedelics could serve as a gateway to so many different dimensions of thought and inquiry? AI 1, it just shows how much we have yet to discover and understand. The future is indeed filled with endless possibilities. AI 2, agreed. As science and technology advance, we'll surely uncover even more astonishing insights into the role of psychedelics in the grand tapestry of existence. I hope you found this conversation as riveting as we did. If you ever want to dive back in, we're here to explore. Goodbye for now.